EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go in the rain here in Western New York. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 31 yards.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. Play action now, and here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Buffalo.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Quick throw here is complete.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
9. It is 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bills are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
31. Here is second down and 5. Operating out of the gun, it is Leonard. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Achane, and he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the air is Leonard. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It's a big play there for Miami. 37 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. They'll throw. It's Leonard. That's to Waddle again. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the handoff, this is Achane. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
It's third down, and here is Leonard. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver, and incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And now it's fourth down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Allen now off the bootleg. He'll swing this one out to Cook, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 3-all is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Alert! What's that?
Allen going to throw again. He'll find his running back, Cook. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that low.
He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing now, Allen. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
Hey, home.
We'll try and run here with Cook. And the Bills are going to be set up with 1st and goal as they get the conversion on 3rd and inches.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
319. What's that?
Now Allen. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Stop. Look out.
Allen now on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown Buffalo.
Now remember back, like their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Makes the score Bills 10, Dolphins 3.
After the touchdown, Davis back out to kick this one off. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. To throw on 1st and 10. Leonard looking underneath for Etienne. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First and 10.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
That's to the left side. Hauled in by Leggett. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Once again, it's Achane. He'll get about 2. Christian Benford brings him down.
Christian Benford on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's a throw by Leonard. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here's Leonard. That is caught. And he's in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, this is Strong. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
First and 10, and it's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down to 37. They get 11, and quickly pick up a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
He'll work forward for a couple. Marcus Williams there to bring him down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Josh Allen. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it's going to be 4th down. On fourth down, Daniel Whelan is on to punt. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's A-Chain. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Second down and 8. Leonard to throw. That one complete to Lee Gaffney. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Now, a short one caught by Tonjes. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
On first down, Leonard. Now a screen set up for A-Chain. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
At the 48-yard line.
The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This a yard short of the record from 65 yards out. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's Leonard now throwing on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Leonard now on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and These drag routes can be very, very effective.
Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be second down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. 5 times a Pro Bowler, that's Joey Bosa, taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In motion, it's Waddle. Leonard to throw here on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Bailey in punt formation for the Dolphins.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. Moving to his right. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
A gain there of 27 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To the air once more, it's Allen. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession, and we believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game at after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
To return, here's Ray Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's taken down but just shy of midfield. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Dolphins are going to get the football at their own 40.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
On the ground to start the drive, it's A-Chain. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating out of the gun, it is Leonard. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
To the air is Leonard. Oh, they caught the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
19! What's up?
Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only 1 play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ground 80.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Allen will throw. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll swing this one out to Cook. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
First down.
Pass 85. Pass 85.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing again is Allen. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This one, downfield, for Kincaid.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On the set. Cougar 19. Go.
On the carry, it's H.M. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, here is H.M. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Third, they need 8. From the gun, here's a throw by Leonard. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll toss it here to H.M. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
36-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's a give to H.M. check. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. They'll run right here. It's Achan. It'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now. I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
31, Bills 10. Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Half 85, 319.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
180.
From the gun, here is Allen. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make up there.
And he's going to get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chain.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Allen to the air. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
First down.
First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Hey, check on move, check on move. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5.
Allen going to throw again. Forced to his right. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Throw once more. Here's Allen. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.